Joining me here on our Memorial Stadium set is the man himself, Illinois head football coach Lovie Smith. Coach, good to see you. We're getting ready for the 2017 football season.
Yes.
It's about time to get back to football. One thing I noticed being here is just the calmness around your football team, the entire program, your coaching staff. Wasn't the case last year when things, like somebody said, drinking out of a fire hose. It was a little chaotic, but after a year here in Champaign, at the helm, things have calmed down. Now the focus is on winning football games, yes?
Yes, and it should be that way too, Ryan. When you're, we know the routine, but as much as anything, I think there is some calmness about what you're doing when you're confident. And our guys have been working hard. A lot has happened since that Northwestern loss. We knew we had to get back to the drawing board, to the practice field, to the weight room. We've done all that.
Tell me about the offseason, taking us up to training camp, getting ready for that September 2nd opener against Ball State. What are the biggest strides you've seen from your team in terms of their preparation to be better out here on Saturdays and a few Friday nights? Well, at least one Friday night against the Nebraska game.
Yeah, at least that. Well, in a few areas. I mentioned, getting stronger. We've done that. We made unbelievable gains. We weren't as strong a football team as we needed to. In all season, you can do that. A lot of the focus, of course, is on getting bigger, stronger, faster. We've done that. But just another year or two, Ryan, in the system. Coaches being able to work with the players, letting them know their roles a little bit more. We have a better feel for where everybody should play. So everything is in a totally different place, and it should be that. You should normally see the biggest games from, in a season, game 1 to game 2. And of course, we're hoping, year 1 to year 2.
And you don't feel like a freshman anymore back on campus, right?
I really don't. I'm pretty comfortable here in Champaign with what we need to do here, and what we need to do to start really competing better than what we've done in the past.
Finishing is the key word, and that's an area that hurt your team last year, that you get out of the gate, first quarter, second quarter, but by that fourth quarter, seemed to run out of gas. Do you see that being an issue again this year when you talk about the improved conditioning?
Yes, well, that should help it. When you train harder for a longer, to be able to go and play at a high level a long period of time. This year, you need a mantra each year on what you want to do. And we want to be consistently good. And that means from start to finish, start fast, of course, finish strong. And again, and then a mindset too. And I'm going to go back. When you're confident and you prepare to be able to finish those games, we'll be able to.
A lot of your kids are getting on-the-job training. You have a very young football team, only 9 returning starters, 4 on offense, 5 on defense. It's a new look, but how important is this next month going to be, getting ready for the season, to get them up to speed and be ready to compete when, as they say, the bullets start flying and you're really going to the battle for real?
I guess a lot of times when you have young players, that's a negative, but it can be a positive if you're bringing in a talented group, and we feel like that's the case. So for us, we are young, but the players came here for that purpose. We went out recruiting. They knew that they would get an opportunity to help us right away. And of course, they got here in June, so they know the surroundings and they're getting a taste of what college football is like. Now it's about taking this next step.
Your starting quarterback, Chayce Crouch, been a lot of conversation about him leading up to the season, not only about his ability to be your starting quarterback, but the leader of your team, the entire team, not just offense. What have you been most impressed with Chayce up to this point, as he gets ready to take over the reins of leadership for the team?
Well, I think I think there is a natural leader, a guy that just has that command right away. He's undisputed leader of our football team. And you get in that role based on what you do on and off the field, whether it's in the weight room. He had to come back from an injury. He'll have to adjust his game a little bit. Sometimes it's best to get down, live to see another day. He can't take as many shots as he did last year, but we won't change his style of play, anything like that. And I just think what you're looking for at that position, he has. Good size, speed, can throw it, and he's a football junkie.
You're getting an exceptional player back on the offensive side and receiver Mikey Dudek, but you lost some big names and some big production on defense. How do you replace that moving forward? You replace that by, first off, it's next man up. A guy like a Sean Adesanya hasn't played a lot. He's coming off an injury. James Crawford is going into a different position.
Jamal Milan, it's time for him to step up. He can be a special football player. And then we signed 7 young defensive linemen, and they seem like they're as good as advertised.
Coach, all the best in training camp heading to the season, and the future for the Illini is bright as the sun off of our bald domes, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Coach, keep your eye on the Illini, as he says. All right.